The UN's International Court of Justice is hearing a case brought by South Africa accusing Israel of committing genocide against Palestinians in Gaza, with the submission also calling for the court to issue an order for Israel to stop military operations in the region. The ICJ is the UN's top court, based in The Hague, where its rulings are theoretically legally binding on parties signed to the ICJ and the UN Charter.
Together with the forced displacement, Israel's conduct has been deliberately calculated to cause widespread hunger, dehydration, and starvation. Israel's campaign has pushed Gazans to the brink of famine. An unprecedented 93% of the population in Gaza is facing crisis levels of hunger.
As it stands, the ICJ is only allowed to deliver an opinion regarding the genocide allegations put forward by South Africa, as the case is not a criminal trial. However, their opinion could have a major impact on how the general masses see how the war plays out. Dutch police struggled to keep groups of Palestinian and Israeli supporters apart as tensions were flaring outside the ICJ's Peace Palace. Hundreds of people waving Palestinian flags gathered outside the ICJ, calling for a ceasefire, while Israeli supporters set up a screen showing images of some of the hostages still being held in Gaza. South Africa was first on deck to present their case, followed by Israel's defense to be presented the day after. In their opening statement, South Africa says Israel's actions were intended to bring about the destruction of a substantial part of the Palestinian national, racial, and ethnical group, enumerating Israel's actions, including killing Palestinians in Gaza, causing them serious bodily and mental harm, and inflicting on them conditions of life calculated to bring about their physical destruction. They also called for provisional measures to be implemented by the court as a matter of urgency, including that Israel cease all military activities in Gaza.
No armed attack on a state territory, no matter how serious, even an attack involving atrocity crimes, can provide any justification for or defense to breaches to the convention, whether as a matter of law or morality. Israel's response to the 7th of October 2023 attack has crossed this line and give rise to the breaches of the convention.
Israel has defended its actions in Gaza, saying it is responding to Hamas's deadly attacks. But South Africa's justice minister argues otherwise, saying no attack can provide justification for or defend breaches of the Genocide Convention. This statement is particularly weighted as Israel is a known signatory of the Genocide Convention of 1948, which defines a genocide and commits states to prevent it.
We are also particularly mindful of Israel's institutionalized regime of discriminatory laws, policies and practices designed and maintained to establish domination, subjecting the Palestinian people to apartheid on both sides of the Green Line. Decades-long impunity for widespread and systematic human rights violations has emboldened Israel in its recurrence and intensification of international crimes in Palestine.